View. More accusations. As sexual misconduct allegations pile up against Judge Roy Moore, one of Bill Clinton's former accusers says she has the right to be believed too. Plus, Mary J. Blige on the real-life drama that inspired her Oscar buzzworthy performance in the new movie Mudbound. Then, a brand new Oprah holiday edition of View Your Deal. And if big guys like Shaq can't take the heat, can Sonny handle the one-chip challenge live on The View?
Absolutely, count me in.
Let's go! Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Meghan McCain. Now, let's get things started.
I tried to do the thing. I tried to go, you know how I usually just go like that? And then it went all the way around and I couldn't stop myself. Couldn't stop myself, so...
I almost started cheering for you.
It was crazy. So, let's get into this because the allegations are piling up in Alabama after a fifth accuser, Beverly Young Nelson, said Roy Moore sexually abused her when she was 16. Take a look.
Mr. Moore reached over and began groping me. Him putting his hands on my breasts, he began squeezing my neck, attempting to force my head onto his crotch. I was terrified. He was also trying to pull my shirt off. I thought that he was going to rape me. He said, "You're just a child." And he said, "I am the district attorney of Etowah County. And if you tell anyone about this, no one will ever believe you."
Now, there are also other reports that Moore was banned from a local mall for trying to pick up teenagers. A lot of Republicans are turning on him, including Mitch McConnell, who says he believes the women. But some are still sticking to him, and I guess a lot of people are trying to figure out why.
Well, first of all, if you can't shop at the local mall, maybe you shouldn't be in Senate. I mean, listen, it's just a basic part. But
for predatory behavior?
yeah, like it was, they said it was like not an official, but that they knew to keep their eye out for a guy that wore a suit and liked to
Prey on children?
teenagers, girls.
Yeah.
But Senator Jeff Flake tweeted something interesting. Just to be clear, if the choice is between Roy Moore and a Democrat, I would run to the polling place to vote for the Democrat.
Who said that?
Jeff Flake.
Really?
It's here.
You know, one thing that I wanted to mention was when I was prosecuting these child sex crimes, people were very uncomfortable with the notion that the girl looked kind of grown and looked kind of adult. And so they felt like, you know, it must be consensual, like they just couldn't jive the two together. And what I used to do is I used to show pictures of the kid at the age when the predation started, at the age when the grooming started.
That's right.
And it made a big difference. And there's this Me 14, I think, Me at 14 campaign. We have some of them. Look at what 14-year-old girls look like. Right? So this is a 14-year-old girl, and she says, I think, this is me at 14. I was on the gymnastics team and sang in the choir. I was not dating a 32-year-old man. And so that's the thing. When his supporters are saying they still support him, I hope they look at what a 14-year-old looks like.
Me at 16 wasn't much better.
Yeah, you know?
It took a few years.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that this was not even the Trump candidate in Alabama. Trump came out and supported Luther Strange, actually went down in campaigns for him, and it didn't end up happening. Roy Moore, the ultimate Steve Bannon candidate, is the nominee right now. So what's going on politically? This is stone cold Steve Bannon, and which is the problem right now for conservatives like me is these are not traditional candidates you would be putting up from my perspective. And I think when you have this populist revolution and this constant fight with traditional conservatives and traditional Republicans, you're going to end up with candidates like this who, quite frankly, aren't vetted to the degree that they need to. But let me tell you, this stain is going to stay stick with us into the midterms and going into 2020.
To Republicans?
To Republicans,
To everybody,
100%.
really.
You don't think someone who is accused of pedophilia and touching a woman and being banned from a mall, these ads, these attack ads write themselves. And it breaks my heart because, again, there's so many other worthy candidates for this. I will say, when you're talking about people voting for Roy Moore versus voting for a Democrat, politics is deeply tribal. You and I were talking about this morning. We were getting our makeup done, Joy.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people will just vote for their people no matter
Check this
what.
out, though. Speaker Paul Ryan just says, this is breaking news, if Roy Moore cares about the values of the people he claims to care about, then he should step aside. So it's a Speaker of the House saying,
Yeah.
We were
and
talking
that's important.
this morning about something that David Brooks was writing in the New York Times today about the siege mentality, that these people who are on his team, and a lot of the Trump voters feel that they are under siege, that there's too much with the gay rights and too much women's rights and the abortion rights, etc. Their tribe is under siege, and that's where they're coming from. But you know,
Hopefully
I
you
want to
don't
make
decide
one of
what you stand for in that.
Can I just tell
But
them?
they are, Sarah. That's what's happening is we're losing sight of what our values are traditionally supposed to be. And if you can't come out and say, hey, pedophiles shouldn't be sitting in the same seat as all the legendary senators that have come before in the Republican Party, we are losing sight of what's important.
When is pedophilia partisan? When is that a political issue? Right?
Pedophilia is the deal breaker because that's the deal breaker on the siege mentality. Okay. No, what I was going to say is there is a yearbook inscription. Do we have a picture of that yearbook inscription? Because Roy Moore signed this lady's yearbook when she was in high school.
Right.
And it says,
go ahead, read it.
It says, to a sweeter, more beautiful girl, I could not say Merry Christmas. Christmas 1977, love Roy Moore, DA.
Okay, first off, what offends me about it also, besides the fact that she's a child, is that he writes the word beautiful in it. It's like, why are you ogling this girl?
Yes.
That's like a clue right in the statement. And, you know, we are sick of men ogling us. I don't even want anybody to tell me I look good anymore. I mean it. I can't even stand the compliments anymore. It's like, stop looking at me, you know? And this is what these young girls have to put up with on the subway, on the street, wherever we go. They're looking, just stop it.
And being sexualized.
Being sexualized. Yes.
I think there's a difference between looking and being groped and being raped, and I think that's also the gray area we're in right now. I will say the majority of Republicans, Ted Cruz came out saying it's unusual for grown men to be signing young women's yearbooks.
Really?
But I will say, please don't blanket all Republicans in this vein.
No.
These are Bannon people. Bannon populist is the way I would describe Roy Moore. I beg of the American public to differentiate.
Sexual harassment is bipartisan.
I think people are starting to recognize that. But you said something interesting, and I want to point out that America is always changing. And so, you know, in the 40s, when black people were told they could not be with white people, they could not have relationships with white people, when people started to blend, people lost their minds. They got over it, though.
Yeah.
This is the same with gay people. Gay people are here. And they are American citizens. They are people who live next door to you and me. And they should be accorded every right that everybody else is accorded. And I get that folks feel under siege. But that's what change does sometimes. It makes you feel like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell? And if that's what you're going through, we're all going through it together. So, in fact, it turns out we may have more in common than we do
Apart,
We always have more in common.
Yeah.
We have to say Roy Moore has denied the allegations of his accusers, including the newest one, Beverly Nelson. He has described the accusations as politically motivated.
Yeah.
That's what he says this is all about.
And the reason they give the argument, and maybe I said this already, but they give the argument, why are they coming out now? They're coming out now because a lot of women are coming
Me
out
Too
now.
campaign.
That's the reason.
Well, they're coming out now because people now know it is dangerous
So be quiet.
to do this. It is more dangerous to us as women to be quiet than it is to not. Now you know people are not going to take it. And everything is going to get vetted. So if you're coming out, know that folks are like going to be right behind you, and we're going to walk together and make sure you don't let this continue. 20 years is too long to let somebody leave somebody out there. We'll be back with more Hot Topics.
Where's the really awesome deals on some of my favorite things?
On The View, of course, because we've partnered with vendors to bring you the View Your Deal Oprah Edition.
Trust me, you're gonna love them.
Today,
That's why they're my favorite things.
only on The View.
Get a jump on early.
Still ahead, the one and only Mary J. Blige. Plus, a View Your Deal with Oprah's favorite things for the holidays. And Sunny's feeling the burn when she tries to handle the one chip challenge live.
I'm getting a little nervous.
So welcome back. MSNBC's Chris Hayes went viral after he tweeted that Democrats need to look inward as well because they are, quote, overdue for a real reckoning with the allegations against former President Bill Clinton. What do you think?
Well, he was impeached. We know that, but a lot of those women never were believed at that time either. So there is an issue there too. Yeah.
Honestly,
But just one more point. He's not running for president right now. I mean, the president that we have now in the White House has been accused by what?
16 different
16
women.
different women.
16 different
and we should be
women.
dealing with the present tense even more. But it's not a bad idea to bring it up. I don't think.
I just don't
Why not?
understand why, again, sexual harassment, sexual assault is a partisan issue. It's wrong across the board. If you're on the left, if you're on the right, everybody agrees. And it seems to me that for a long time, and Megan, we were talking about this before, the politicians seemingly have gotten a pass on it. Bill Clinton, was known for having these allegations against him. Donald Trump, 16 women have come forward publicly, and the White House statement in response is all the women are lying.
I don't think politicians
problem.
I don't think they're the only ones getting away with it, though, because when you hear about Weinstein, Toback, Kevin Spacey, these were well-known rumors in the industry, and people continued to work, and they continued to do. I think the problem is, whether you're in politics or you're in media, the thing they all have in common is they're all in positions of power.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the thing with the sort of, and I completely agree that no one should think that sexual assault isn't something that's an innately American issue. It shouldn't be political at all. But I think there is this feeling that Bill Clinton has sort of always gotten a pass. I mean, there's story after story after story. Juanita Broderick in particular has been very vocal about, I believe she's accused him of rape. So I think that we need to look at everything honestly, and through the lens. I'm sorry, there was a phone going off. It distracted me, you guys. But I think that when you're talking about sexual assault, it can't be political. I will say what's interesting. I will say about Trump, I would be curious to know if Roy Moore would have stepped down had Trump not won. Because after the grab her and the blank tape with Billy Bush, it showed that you can get away with these things, and you can have these kind of things that are very public, and you can still get elected president.
And if Weinstein's
so I do think Roy Moore's gambling on that.
If the Weinstein accusations had come out before Trump, I wonder if that would have impacted Trump's
I don't think so.
campaign.
There was a study done by the Public Religion Research Institute. It says more than 6 in 10 Americans, 61%, say immoral personal behavior does not preclude public officials from carrying out their public or professional duties with honesty and integrity. 70% of Republicans and more than 61% of Democrats say public officials can behave ethically in their professional roles, even if they behave this way personally. So again, politicians seem to get a pass.
I think they're talking about adultery here. I don't know that they're talking about harassment.
I don't know if they're talking
and child
about
molestation.
you know, and I don't think very many people actually get a pass. I mean, as we know, Bill Clinton was impeached.
Yes.
You know, and the stain of that has followed
Hillary Clinton.
her, the wife.
That's true. It 100% impacted
Yes,
during the
and so I don't think that he got a pass. And part of the problem with Juanita Broderick is at one point when I think Paula Jones' lawyers came to her, she changed her story. And I think that is what's been difficult.
From what people had not. What
Yes.
did she change it from?
She said it never happened.
But I think if
she denied it.
Well, but first she said it did happen, and then when and correct me in somebody's ear if I'm wrong, but then she said, no, it didn't happen, and signed an affidavit. And I think what makes it hard for folks, particularly with this situation. And it's not to say that we shouldn't look into it, but you have to stand your ground. You got to stand your ground.
Ivana Trump there was a scandal with her saying that Sean had raped her, and then she came out vehemently denying it.
Yeah, so you never know.
Trump as well.
Clinton has always
We have to be equal opportunity.
Well, he had the dress once they had that evidence.
Oh, God.
But he's denied Anita Broderick. He's always denied it as well.
Well, the thing that we can't deny is that we have to take a break. And then we'll be right back.
Proper etiquette is essential for...
So there is an op-ed written by a black dad who wonders if his children can ever really be friends with white people. Now, he writes, the trust is the most important part of a true friendship, and that, quote, history has provided little reason for people of color to trust white people. I'm not sure what the point is, because it's kind of like saying all white people are this and all black people are this. I don't know. Does anybody have, is it resonating with anybody? Because we get along and we're all kind of things up here.
Well,
Yeah,
That's true.
I read this article the other day, and it made me upset. And part of it might be hormonal, and I'm pregnant. I have a baby coming into the world. But to read this author's oldest child is 4, and save your tweets, because I know some people are going to come after me about my privilege and that I'm white, so I should shut my mouth. But the bottom line is, because that really happens every time I address race.
It does.
But
it's wrong.
Well, you know what? I'm the only one who can tell her that. So save your tweets, okay? Go ahead, baby.
So this bothered me because I think kids get it right and adults get it wrong.
Yes.
This is not something people are born feeling. And so when you have these stories of little kids that think they're going to trick their teacher, and one's black and one's white, we have the same haircut, she won't be able to tell us apart.
Yeah.
We're tainting them. So if we look back and actually learn from their innocence, I agree, and I'd have some conversations behind the scenes about what this author might have meant, which is you do have to arm a child with, you might be the only black child among these, and they might treat you differently. I get giving them tools, but to cut off people for the color of their skin is the problem and why we're here.
See, I read it differently.
Like,
we were talking about this, and it's a very nuanced article, and it's in the New York Times, and I hope people read it. When I was growing up in high school, I had all white friends, and I had one black female friend. But that sort of flipped when I went to college, and it is because my lived experience was more in line with other women of color. So when I got pulled over while driving while black, and I would say to my white girlfriends, can you believe that happened to me? It was like, well, no, that's never happened to me. And then I could turn to my other girlfriend and say, and she could say, that happens to me too. So it's that lived experience that gives you that commonality, not to say
You're
that
absolutely right, but the kid is 4.
Yeah.
The kid is 4.
Yeah.
Kid,
But that's
4-year-olds,
what I got from
and I'm
this.
living with one of them now.
Yeah.
I'm living with one. And all they want is they want Play-Doh.
Yeah.
They want the bubble guppies. They're not looking at color.
Can I just say something?
Yes, babe.
When I was 5, I have an adopted sister who you can tell is adopted because she's not white and the rest of my family is. And when I was 5 is when she was adopted. And if she were brought home and somehow my parents implied she can't be friends with you, your relationship with her is going to be different in any way because you guys have different skin color, I wouldn't, I mean, it's so absurd and gross and deeply irresponsible. And I think when people are writing things like this, you have to understand that being friends also can mean being family. And I personally, I'm getting married very soon. I just had a conversation with my fiance yesterday about this. We are 100% going to adopt. We had a conversation if race were important. We said, we don't care. Whatever God sends us is what is important. And I think that is the message I would like going forward.
Okay.
We don't have time.
Mary J. Blige is coming up next, and that's why we're going. And we'll be right back.
Oats seem pretty. If you are told you have a heart condition, the first...
The 25th anniversary of Mary J. Blige's debut album, What's the 411?
What's the-
Now, after 50 million records sold and 9 Grammys, she's doing a whole new thing, baby. She's doing a whole new thing. She's got a star turn in the powerful new film Mudbound.
Yeah.
Please welcome the woman who put the new music to the view, the woman who is kicking butt in every direction possible. Please welcome Mary J. Blige. You can see backstage, but everybody was up, dancing, up, singing. Everybody, you know.
Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you for everything.
Now, you walked out to the theme song you did for us.
Right.
You wrote it and performed. And by the way, do you ever get tired of hearing your own stuff, or?
No, I mean, not now. I mean, I'm so happy that I'm still around and people are still listening to me.
It gets us going every day, and we still think that's our voice singing.
Yes.
It's not. But would you ever come perform it for us again?
Sure.
Remember how much fun we had?
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but Sunny also. Oh yeah, we had the. I think we have some
Joy is in a
B-roll.
panic right now.
I was to say I got stuck in the elevator. I don't think I'm doing
It
that.
was really
It was
hot
so
in the room
fun.
when we taped
It was like,
Yeah.
for us, it was being part of a music video, which I have never been a part of, which
And
was awesome.
we will never be again.
But you kind of make your own videos at home, I heard. And I think we have one.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah.
My husband recorded that. I love that song, Just Fine. Just Fine.
You're killing it, too.
Thank you.
I like the curling
Yes,
as
that's
well.
how I do my hair.
Let me ask you a question before y'all get into that. You're now doing more movies.
Yes.
You're not done with music, are you? You're still gonna. Please let
Absolutely
folks
not,
know
no.
you're still going to be out on
She's
road doing music.
expanding.
Yes, but
Yes.
but people want to make sure that we don't lose that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Listen,
I need to curl
that.
my hair.
Yeah, I need that as well, so I can't give that up. That's therapy for me. That helps me.
That's your
you know.
talent, too.
Yeah, and that's my baby. That's my the reason why I'm here. Like that's my first love.
Well, now you're about to have twins.
Well, what do you, we mentioned your 1992 debut album, What's the 411? My all-time favorite. What do you think of when you listen to it now?
It's
It's iconic.
It's really a hot album. Like I mean, and it from the Leave a Message all the way to the end.
Sweet Thing,
it's everything. I worked out Busta Rhymes narrating the whole thing. It was just a time where everyone, you know, pulled together for me. Like Heavy D's on there, everybody's on there on Leave a Message, and so it just felt like everybody was rallying around this young girl who was coming straight off the block. And What's the 411? And everybody was supporting me, and it feels like that now. Now that I go back and listen to it, I'm like, wow, people really was supporting me back then. So yeah, it
They
feels
knew
good.
you were a star.
Yeah, I didn't know though. I didn't know I was a star. I just thought I was, you know.
But it taught you how to be supportive of other folks, because you've been
1,000,000%.
incredibly supportive of other artists.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying, you know.
Why not?
You also worked with P. Diddy.
Yes.
And what do you think of the new name change? He's Brother Love now.
But he's back
Or maybe
again.
he
He went
changed it
back again.
Yeah, I heard he went back to Puff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of Brother Love?
I mean, if that's what he wanted to go with, it sounds like a cool, positive thing. Brother love. Like, that's a
Yes,
positive
that's
thing
true.
for today. Like, you know, there's
Yeah.
nothing negative about
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't don't know if you saw, but there was a sketch this weekend on Saturday Night Live where celebrities were doing different impressions of celebrities auditioning for the live-action Lion King, and you were parodied.
It was hilarious, yeah.
Oprah reading for Rafiki.
Today's guest, Simba!
Eminem reading for Simba.
It's the calm before the storm right here.
AJ Blunt's reading for Pumbaa.
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish was the host. How do you think she did?
Listen, she killed it. I love Tiffany Haddish.
Right.
I met her when we were shooting Mudbound, and Queen. They were all shooting up girls trip.
Yeah.
We went to a cookout, and there was this girl that kept making jokes, and everything she did was like just had us in tears. I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
And then we go see the movie, and it's her. So
she is unbelievably talented.
I love her.
Unbelievably talented.
And so beautiful, like a beautiful person.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's talk about your movie, Mudbound, because it seems like it's a very relevant story. It's about two families in Jim Crow South.
Right.
One's white family, one's a black family, and they're forced to live on this farm together.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
During World War II also, which is always an interesting period for movies. So you said that it's relevant. What do you say about that?
Well, it's relevant because of what we're living in. I don't think that the Ku Klux Klan has gotten a memo that we're free and that we all belong. Everybody belongs, no matter what color you are, what gender. It's ridiculous what's going on out here, and it's sad that this movie is relevant right now.
It never ends, huh?
Yeah, it's just sad. It's really, really sad that we're still here. So, I mean, exactly.
But it also, I saw it last night, and you're terrific in it. And
Thank
you. It talks about the friendship between a black soldier and a white soldier.
Yeah, that's
what we were talking about earlier. So it's really important. I think we have a clip of your character, Florence, as she's sending her son off to fight in World War II. Take a look.
You just come back.
Oh, man.
You come all the way back. Yeah?
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, baby. I can't look back. They say it's bad luck to watch somebody leave.
All of those young men went off to war believing that if we could prove that we could fight for our country like everybody else, we would be able to get the vote, we'd be able to walk on the street. This is all the history that maybe kids don't know.
And it explores
It explores all of that. It's fabulous.
Terrific.
You're really good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you know what that means coming from you? I mean, you have no idea.
It won't get you on the bus, but you're really good.
Thank you.
You know. And it's never enough time with you, so you need to come back in between everything else you're doing.
I will.
And come play with us. Come be one of our guest co-hosts. This one's going to be on a break at some point.
I'll come take your seat.
So come. Our thanks to Mary J. Blige. Mudbound on Netflix in select theaters Friday. This is an important film. You need to see it no matter what color, no matter where you're from. This is an American film. You should see. We'll be right back.
The One Chip Challenge has been setting social media on fire. Can Sunny handle one of the hottest peppers on Earth? She's digging in next.
And now, some advice to our guests coming to The View.
When you step onto this stage, face these ladies, You better be ready to roll, cause it is so on. This November, The View is everything.
Bam! Drop the mic.
Taking on the hottest topics. Then we're dialing things up with, oh, you ready? Tyler Perry, Justin Hartley, Garth Brooks, Diana Ross, that's Miss Ross to you, and Kelly Clarkson. Oh, wait, that's Kelly's song in this promo. Love so soft. Nice.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, we're also throwing Sarah the most awesome baby shower ever. Hashtag crazy. This November, The View is everything on ABC.
What are you doing?
Black Friday. It's coming.
I downloaded Flip. Flip collects all the local circulars on your phone so you can find the biggest sales and the hottest products. And the best part is, it's free. Download Flip for free today.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol? Not making enough progress? You eat well, take the highest dose statin you can, but still aren't getting where you need to be. Now there's Repatha, a different...
The One Chip Challenge is the hottest thing on social media, literally, right now, and it's all because of these chips.
That was very fun.
Thank you. Pocky's, this goes airborne. I don't want any of that near me. Pocky's Carolina Reaper Madness, which contain one of the most blisteringly hot peppers on the planet. And today, Sunny volunteered to take the challenge.
I did. My son said that, you know, Mom, you put hot sauce on everything, and you're a boss. I think you should do it, because he was watching it on the...
Okay, Sunny, are you ready?
Oh, my...
Yeah, watch out. If it gets on you, you're never going to...
Oh, my God.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Don't do it. Can you tell us what you're feeling right now, Sunny?
This is not a flavor.
It's not a flavor?
Is it hot?
You know it's 1,000 times as hot as a
I'm handling
jalapeno pepper?
I'm handling it.
Are you crying, Sunny? Sunny, what does it feel like? Somebody said you can feel your eyes
Just don't be
drying.
behind her if some gas decides to hit.
Yeah.
Because she's going to go flaming across the stage.
It's like onions. It can get in your eyes, you guys.
I don't need all of this.
Sunny's back. This is unreal. Okay, we have to let Sunny recover, although she seems to be doing fine right now, and we will be right back. Sunny, are you kidding me? So, what's on Oprah's wish list for the holidays? We partnered with vendors for half off her festive favorite things next.
At Zulily.com, discover one-stop shopping for all your home decor needs. Find cozy bedding sets, perfect pillows for a pop of color, and everything in between. You can easily update any room in your house, whether you're looking to create that rustic farmhouse feel, indulge your unique sense of style, or create that traditional warm family space. You'll find everything you need to make their room extra special, all at amazing prices. So what are you waiting for? Shop Zulily.com today. Big deals for a small window of time.
Finally, something that works. Helped all my digestive problems.
My immune system.
Ideas I come up with, I know they're not going to be as good as what Oprah has planned. So we partner with vendors for half off Oprah's favorite things for the holidays while supplies last. Here to show them off, please welcome creative director of O Magazine, Adam Glassman.
Hi.
You promised me that I would love your first deal, and I'm already like...
Oh my God, this is amazing. It's from a company called Softies. And
Like
just
they
feel
need
it.
to say it.
I know. It is called a Snuggle Lounger.
This is amazing.
It's unbelievable. It's made with buttery feeling velour on the outside and the inside, Sarah.
it's like that.
It's lined inside a kangaroo pocket. You can wear it inside out.
Or
it has a
carry
great
your
counter.
young.
You
Either
can carry your young. You lounge in it at home, or you put on a pair of leggings and a pair of Uggs and you go out in them.
I would so do that.
I mean, honestly, once you put this on, you're not going to want to
I
take
can't
it
get
off.
my hands off it now.
So they come in 3 colors
Okay.
and 3 sizes, from small to 3X. So everybody could wear this. The price normally is $94. Today we're doing 51% off, so they're $46. They're amazing.
Get this for someone you love. ASAP.
Okay. Oprah loves truffles. She loves Sabatino truffle salt. Yes.
gosh.
She carries this in her pocketbook everywhere she goes, the truffle zest. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Brand new from them is truffle salt with parsley and rosemary. We came up.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Are you
amazing.
kidding me? This
no.
is like crack.
It's amazing. You add it to veggies. You add it to pasta. You add it to anything you want.
It's literally on steamed vegetables and they would they'd taste guilty.
No, if you put this on popcorn, it will change your movie habit.
Don't give me more ideas. I pack an
Honestly,
in.
no. I'm telling you, she carries it all the time. The deal normally is $55 for this. Today it's going to be $27.50. It's 50%. It's amazing.
I didn't see that coming.
It's amazing, yes. Okay. Now this is really fun from W&P Design. They make really fun home entertaining things. What we put on the list this year is this cheese knife. It is the perfect cheese knife. You only need one. One side is for soft cheeses.
Okay.
Another side is for hard cheeses. Another side is to spread. So you only need one. That makes it the perfect cheese knife. They also have these really fun things like make your own hot sauce kits. Make your own gin kit.
I love that kind of stuff.
I know, I love it.
Gives an element
Great
of activity.
tumblers,
Yeah.
the whole thing. You could really tackle all the men on your shopping list this
Or
year.
ladies.
Or ladies too. And really accessible. The prices normally are $24 to $50. Today they're going to be $12 to $20. 50% off.
For this kind of like
This
at
is great.
home
Great gifting.
DIY?
Great gifting. Okay.
Oh, look at these bottles.
Aren't these the most gorgeous things from Lalia?
Is this
the
a
Dream
drink
Collection.
or a clone?
Oh, no. These
Because
are
it looks
bath
a little like
products.
vodka.
Nope, it's bath products. Really beautiful. You want to have these out on your counter.
They're beautiful.
They're really beautiful. Oprah loves a luxurious bath. She has these in her
Of course she
bathroom.
does.
They are white tea and honeysuckle flavored. They're really, really delicious.
Smell really good.
Bubble bath, hand creams, perfumes, candles, you name
And you'll
it.
look fancy just having them.
And you know what? They look fancy,
No,
but
they
the
really
price
do.
is really good. Normally, the prices are from $7.50 to $60. Today, it's going to be $3.75 to $30, 50% off. So a lot of bang for your buck. But look at this. It's amazing. They are
Keep
gorgeous.
them even empty.
Absolutely. And now for the second year in a row.
These are speakers.
Second year in a row. Oprah picked these again for favorite things. These are speakers for my audio pads. Super cute. Bluetooth. You attach it to your phone, your tablet, your computer at home. If you have it on your phone and the phone rings, you can answer it right to this as a speakerphone.
Oh my gosh, this
Great
is the cutest
stocking
little thing.
stuffer. Great for kids of all ages.
They're great for they're co-worker gifts too,
Oh, they're
though.
totally great.
Conversations.
Normally they're $30. Today they're going to be $15, 50% off for these.
I
think they're great.
This is amazing. Adam, you always bring us the best stuff. Thank you once again for giving us Christmas, Santa Glassman. The clock is ticking, people. You have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals at viewyourdeal.com. And members of the audience are going home with a gift from, say this with me,
Lalia.